Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. It's time again for the knife of the day. It's the ongoing series daily where I go through my collection one knife at a time, one day at a time. No, it's not a Spyderco collection, although there's already 101 Spyderco videos of knives, and we're going to continue to do Spyderco because that is by far my biggest collection. I don't know, close to 300 knives, maybe 250. And then we move on to all the other knives in my collection. I have 4 Pelican cases, 3 1550s, 1 1600, and they are packed in there, literally. And so I figure it'll be a year or so. Today, we're going to talk about a knife that I really loved and love since I first got it. It's called the Spyderco Gayle Bradley. It's the Gayle Bradley folding knife. It's a folder. This is the original Gayle Bradley. We'll talk about the newer one later. This is the original Gayle Bradley. It is now discontinued. And I'll tell you, it was on my top 10 list for a very long time. Of course, there's been a lot of knives since I first got the Gayle Bradley. And of course, Spyderco, like they do a lot of times, they updated it with the Gayle Bradley 2, and we'll talk about that. That happened in 2016. And we'll talk about the comparisons, etc. It is the knife of the day, but since I have 2 Gayle Bradleys, 1 and 2, we'll handle both of them in this video. So the Gayle Bradley is a wonderful knife maker, custom knife maker. He does a lot of fixed blade knives. He's done some with Spyderco, and I have one, and later on in this series you'll see it. And also folding knives. He's a champion. He's known for making knives that can really be used, hard use knives. But when he came out with this Gayle Bradley for Spyderco, it is a user. It is a hard use knife, but it also is a really classic piece as well. So let's talk about it. I want to start with the blade, because this was my very first CPM M4 steel blade. And then, of course, Gayle Bradley did the Air, which I think I've done a video, I'm not sure on that. Of course, the Gayle Bradley 2, and he has a new flipper as well that I have. You'll see that coming up. He used Crucible's M4 on all of those knives. This was the first time I had a chance for M4, Crucible's version of M4. And let me tell you, it really retains an edge. It's hard. It is a super steel. It is not stainless steel. You have to take care of it. It can rust on you. And so I've heard some people, some of the viewers, some people on Instagram, when I talk about the Gayle Bradley, or I talk about some of his other knives, or I talk about now the Mantra. Spyderco in 2017 released a whole lot of knives with CPM M4 steel. In fact, they released, militaries and paramilitaries in M4. So they're using M4 a lot. Some people, if you're talking about a hard use knife, trying to take care of it, people worry about it. They want that stainless steel. But this is a wonderful knife. Cuts great. Drop point knife. But the big thing is it is M4. 3.4 inch knife. Man, it feels so good though. It does in the hand. It fits just perfect. 3.4 inch knife. Most of it is edge, 3.2 inch edge. 5.2 ounces. Now, some people would say, man, that's a heavy knife. It just doesn't feel like that. It's so well balanced. 8.1 inches total. That matters when we compare it to the new one in just a few seconds. But what a wonderful knife. Now, the handle is carbon fiber on top of G10. It feels really nice though, guys. Stainless steel skeletonized liners, see-through construction, easy to clean. The one thing about the handle though is they do this great thing, and it feels nice in the hand. Instead of having the complete scale covering the liners, it's a lot larger than an inlay, but it almost feels like it because you see, all around you get that stainless steel. You see how you get it almost centered inside of the stainless steel, but it really feels good in the hand. The clip, the regular Spyderco clip, it's a 4-way clip. Up, down, left, right clip. Just a real nice knife. Little bit of jimping, just a little bit of jimping right before the Spidey hole hump. But just a real nice knife. Now last year, Spyderco updated the Gayle Bradley. And that's one reason it's discontinued now. And you can see just by looking at it, it's the same kind of knife, right? Steel Crucibles M4. One of the big differences is look at that blade. It's thinner and longer. I was telling you that this is 3.4 inch blade. Well, the new knife, 3.7 inch blade. A little bit bigger than the Chris Reeve. Just a little bit, a tenth of a point bigger than the Chris Reeve Sabenza. But thin. But look at it. They kept that same profile. And look at the handle. Again, a longer handle to deal with that longer blade. And thinner. A lot thinner. Still feels pretty good, but you can tell it's thinner in your hand. It rides thinner in the pocket as well. And look at the profile of it. Even that's thinner. You see the liners? Thinner liners? And the scales? So it's a thinner knife. Easier to carry for EDC. But you know it's a Gayle Bradley knife. You know it's the Gayle Bradley folder too. And you can really tell the difference when they're side by side. So, how are they the same? Same steel. Crucibles M4. Still heavily skeletonized liners. Same clip, 4-way. Where is it different? Thinner blade, longer blade. Thinner body, longer body. And a lot less wide. Rides a lot better in the pocket. A lot better in the pocket. The knife of the day, well, it's the Gayle Bradley. The original Gayle Bradley folder and Gayle Bradley 2 that was just released in 2016. Oh, it's still on my favorites list. There you have it. That is the knife of the day. We'll compare it to two knives that most of you, if you're a Spyderco fan, probably have. The Endura and the Delica, to give you a feel for the size. There you have it. That's the knife of the day. Oh, I like the Gayle Bradley knives. You'll see more of those coming up. The flipper, the fixed blades in this series as we go knife by knife, day by day. Not only through the Spyderco collection, but through all of my collections. If you're enjoying this series, don't forget to show it some love. Like it. Hit that thumb up button. You can share this with people. Let them know this fool is going through his collection. I've had comments where people have literally counted up the knives and priced them out. Hey, if you're a collector, you don't want to know how much you spent on knives. You just want to enjoy the collection, and I really do. Subscribe. That just helps me out. you know what? A lot of it just helps me out because I do this before work to just keep doing it. So I really enjoy your comments. Um, and also turn on your notifications because as new knives come in, of course, I will post them on this channel. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you for giving me so much of your time. I hope you're enjoying the knife collection. You have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.